The Rangers and Nats just completed a blockbuster trade where MacKenzie Gore is headed to Arlington for 5 prospects. And we're going to break it all down here. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. And I know that all of you are new because this is a new channel where we're breaking down Texas Rangers stuff all the time. All right, the trade officially is MacKenzie Gore for shortstop Gavin Fien, who is now Washington's number 5 prospect and was the Rangers' first-round pick in the last draft. Alejandro Rosario, Delvin Fitzgerald, Yeremy Cabrera, and I'm going to go with Abimelec Ortiz. So it's 5 guys that are top 30 prospects now for the Washington Nationals for MacKenzie Gore, who has team control through the 2027 season. He has this year and then arbitration next year, and then he hits the open market. Gore is about to pitch in his age 27 season. He's a pretty coveted lefty. A lot of people, there was trade talks about him a lot last year. I'm kind of surprised he moved, if I'm honest. I didn't feel like I heard a lot of rumors about it. And then suddenly it just happened, kind of out of nowhere. As a Rangers fan, obviously, I kind of like this a lot. I think I'm pro making a move that makes your team better now. MacKenzie Gore by no means is going to be our ace if everything goes right. He's obviously behind DeGrom and Eovaldi, but he's a nice 3. He has upside. He's a lefty. I think this could be really good for Texas. I don't know that any of those prospects that we traded are going to be like huge difference makers. Like there's a world that 1 or 2 of them haunts us in the future, kind of like Cole Reagans for Chapman, like that vibe. But I think either way, this is a worthwhile kind of trade for Texas because it's not like it's just a rental. Like you do in theory have him for 2 full seasons, and if you feel like it's not working out, you can move him and get some prospect capital back if you want. But it's a win now move for a team that this to me says the front office thinks this team was not very far away last year. It feels like they think that everybody underperformed, and if all the hitters just performed the way they're meant to be, we're a playoff team. And this bolsters, the middle of our rotation. So I'm pretty pumped, honestly, thinking about the rotation now. Not that the rotation was bad before, because obviously you still have like Leiter and Rocker and Latz, and you had like Brad, like you had options, obviously, but Gore is a nice pickup. He's probably going to be the 3 if everybody stays healthy. And I don't even mind having like 6 or 7 options out of the rotation because it feels like in today's era of baseball, that's pretty common. Like injuries just are going to pop up. Nathan Eovaldi was injured a lot last year, as good as he was. So to have someone that has the potential to be pretty good, we'll take. As just like insurance, I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty excited about this. So let's get into MacKenzie Gore and who he is a little bit, just for familiarity's sake for everybody that's a Ranger fan and what he's going to bring to the table, like actually, but like looking at actual tangible data here on the screen. Gore was an all-star last year. He started really good. His upside, I think, is that. It's the first half of the year where he was kind of shoving. And like I said, he made the all-star team last year. The back half of the season, though, was bad. And I think there's reasons for it. We'll get into it. First, though, he's a fastball, curveball, slider, change, cutter kind of guy. You can see against lefties, he's more of just a fastball, slider guy. Against righties, he's like a fastball, curve, changeup guy. That's what you're kind of looking at pitch usage-wise, just to showcase it. His curve is kind of more, well, let's start with the fastball. Fastball is pretty normal, I would say. It's 95. It rides a little bit. I would say it's a pretty average fastball by most of our standards these days. It's a tick faster, you can see. He's averages about 95 on it. The left-handed MLB average is 93. So he's a little bit faster than average, but the movement you can see is about the same. His changeup, well, it doesn't dive as much as you would like it to, maybe, but it is effective, and we'll show how effective that is in a minute. His slider is like those 0-0 bullet sliders that we see now. That one kind of drifts, but the movement on it, the cutter looks about the same, and then his curveball is almost like a true 12-6 curve kind of thing. So that's kind of what his pitches look like right in a row. His slider has potential to be pretty gnarly. All of his pitches, though, play pretty well, which I'll show you here in a second. But that's kind of what they look like visually. As far as effectiveness, the thing that everyone has been very excited about is his whiff percentage on all his pitches, and rightfully so. We're going to ignore the fastball here for a minute because the fastball, it's not his best pitch. It's a 20% whiff percentage. People kind of rake against it, but you have to throw it some at least. But everything else is above 35%. Three of his pitches are above 40% swing and miss percentage, which is crazy. The movement profile all the way up here on his changeup, it doesn't dive maybe as much as you would like, but he's got a 47% swing and miss percentage, which is crazy. Now, when it gets hit pretty hard. His slugging percentage on that is pretty high at 508. But his curveball, his slider, his cutter, they all really don't get hit. It's just when his changeup gets hit, I think he leaves it up, would be my guess. And it kind of gets tagged all over the place. Same with his fastball. It kind of, he's got a 294 batting average against, which isn't incredible, but curveball, slider, cutter, all really good pitches. Changeup is like a boomer bust pitch for him, which I don't hate having. I think you can kind of tune into that a little bit. But yeah, that's just kind of where he's at with his pitch mix. Getting into his splits, here's why you'd be excited about this, I think, if you're a Rangers fan, and I am. It's the first half of his year, specifically his May and June. I think this is his peak. His win-loss record is not great, but the Nationals weren't great last year. He was really good. He just was. His ERA was good. His strikeout numbers were okay. He wasn't walking a ton of people, really. It's obviously maybe a little higher than you would want, but his strikeout to walk numbers are okay. And then after the All-Star break, you start to get into like July. You can see the strikeout to walk number in that month is bad. He strikes out 19, he walks 15. He strikes out 25, he walks 10. Those just really, it's not the separation that you want in that. And that's what gets him in trouble, I think, is the walks. So you can see, obviously, the ERA reflects that. It's bad. He's not very effective in the month of July. He throws 24 innings. He has a 6.75 ERA, 5.92 ERA. He's getting hit around a lot. Pre-All-Star break is kind of what you're looking for here. If you can tap into that, it's awesome. If you can't, I think you're in a little bit of trouble. But I think that this is a great pickup for Texas. I think Texas feels like they can kind of tap into pitching, and I don't know that I disagree with them. I think they've done a good job with that over the years. I'll go all the way back to even like Mike Minor, like pre-COVID, I feel like is kind of the start of that, where you just bring in a guy and then it kind of works out and then you're able to move him, or he's just good for a while in Texas. I have the vibe that this is what's going to happen with MacKenzie Gore. I think he's going to be a solid pickup for us, especially because he's not going to have to be the ace like he kind of was in Washington. He can just kind of be a guy behind DeGrom and Eovaldi, which, by the way, maybe two of the best people you could learn from. I don't know. I like this trade a lot. I know people are going to say it's a lot to give up, but the guy we draft, Fien, the shortstop, I mean, he's 18 years old. Like, it's hard to project how good he's actually going to be at this point. So if you can bring in a guy that's not a rental, even, we have him for 2 years, I like the move a lot. I guess let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel about it. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.